Hello! In this video, I will explain to you how to use timers in the PLC Simulator Online. Then, as a bonus, I will share with you 3 ways of creating a pulse generator in the ladder diagram. Timers are necessary if you want to execute an action with a time delay. For example, if you want to start the machine when you press the start button for a second, or turn off the conveyor 3 seconds after the box has been transferred to the next conveyor. There are 3 main types of timers that you can find in most PLCs. Timer on delay, represented by abbreviation TON, timer off delay, known as TOF, and a retentive timer that you can find in Siemens PLCs under TONR and in Rockwell's as RTO. Let's start with the most common, timer on delay. To add a timer, select a rung and click on the timer icon in the toolbox. To complete the rung, let's add start contact and an output. Next, create a variable of timer type and assign it to the timer element. Variable type timer includes 5 sub-variables. Preset time is the time set point. Elapsed time is the time accumulated since the rising edge at input IN. Its value is reset when the signal at input IN is set to false. Reset input resets the retentive timer, and it has no use for on and off delay timers. Output Q is on when elapsed time value reaches the value of preset time. Please bear with me for a minute, and I promise it will all be clear. When the value of the start variable is set to true, the timer starts counting and elapsed time is accumulating. If I set the start variable to false, the elapsed time is reset. If IN input is on longer than the preset time, the output Q is set to true and the coil is energized. Timer off delay is on immediately after its input is set to true. When the timer's input is set to false, its output signal is sustained for the preset time. If the timer's input is off for a period shorter than the preset time, its output stays true. Retentive timer on works very similar to the timer on delay. The difference is, when the timer's input IN signal changes its state to false, the elapsed time is not reset. To reset the retentive timer, its R input needs to be set to true. When R input is set to true, elapsed time won't accumulate even if IN input is set to true. Before we jump into pulse generators, hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this. Cheers! The first pulse generator uses 2 timers, one to set off and one to set off time. As you can see, when the output of timer 2 is off, the input of timer 1 is set to true and it starts accumulating time. When timer 1 is done, its output is set to true and energizes coil named pulse. In the next rung, we use the same output as an input of timer 2. After timer 2 is done, its output is true. The input of timer 1 in the first rung is set to false and the cycle resets. This solution gives you flexibility with setting different off and on pulse times. On the other hand, you can use only a single timer if you want on and off time to be equal and save resources. In this case, we use negated output of the timer as its input, so when the timer is done, its output is set to true, and the timer resets itself. The key here is to toggle pulse state whenever it happens. To do so, we need to use a memory bit. If we remove the memory bit and use pulse value as a condition to set and reset pulse output, it won't work because rungs in a branch are executed one by one from top to bottom. So first, pulse coil is set because its value is false. Then, since its value is set to true, a condition in the second branch rung is met and pulse value is again set to false. If we use the memory bit instead, its value is changed after the first rung is executed. Finally, my favorite solution where we access timer's elapsed time and compare it with our time value. It's clean and simple and gives a lot of flexibility. We can easily change on and off cycle time, as in the first example. Whenever elapsed time value of the timer is equal or greater time variable value, pulse output is on. You can find links to all solutions in the description. I hope this video helped you to understand timers better. Currently I'm working on a new ladder logic display that allows me to add drag and drop on desktops and provide enhanced diagram editing on all devices. Don't forget to like the video and join our Discord server. See you next time!